welcome to another video. Today we're going to do something really different, and I actually hope that I put this video online because I don't think I've posted in almost a month, and for 2 weeks I filmed a video and then haven't edited it or uploaded it, and then last week I didn't film at all. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really excited about this new planning system and I really want to share it with you, so hopefully I actually get this video up probably before the others even come up. Like, I don't know that I'll be able to edit this very much, but I really want to post it, so I'll probably slap it together and upload it sometime soon. But what we're doing is, this time I'm planning in an Erin Condren horizontal. I've decided that for 2019 and also the remainder of 2018 that I would plan in this planner, because my bullet journal planning was basically a horizontal style, and it's been harder and harder to keep up with putting it all together, whereas this is a horizontal neutral, so it's still horizontal and it's neutral, so I can still add all my colors and stuff to it. But if I don't have time to set it up, I still have a place to hold all my notes, hold all my to-dos, which wasn't the case last week. When I started with my bullet journal, because I set up Monday through Thursday really early, like a week and a half ago when I was really sick, and then never set up Friday through Sunday. And instead it was because I got this planner on Thursday, so I just planned the second half of the week in here. And so you're probably familiar with the Erin Condren neutral, but especially since I showed it to you during my journaling, I still have that planner. This is another one, but I'll give you a quick tour of this. This is the color I chose. I honestly couldn't pick a color, so I'll probably change this because I don't know that I like this cover, but I had a hard time choosing. And because the covers are interchangeable, I figured when there's a sale or something, I'll just get another cover. This isn't like a huge commitment, the cover. And I got the standard coil because, one, I didn't want to pay more than I already was, because I really shouldn't have bought this planner, but I really needed to change something because life's been crazy. And so I didn't want to spend any extra money, and I'm really disappointed by the rose gold coil I have for my journaling planner. It's tarnishing really bad, and it's only been like 4 months, so I wasn't going to pay extra money if the coil was just going to not work. On the inside you have that dashboard, and I added this pocket, this adhesive pocket from a Simply Gilded box, and it's really tight on this rigid cover, but I still think it's pretty cool. It definitely looks pretty and it matched the purples, I thought, so I just stick it on there because I didn't know what to do with it now that I'm not using a traveler's notebook, and it's been hanging around, so I just decided to use it on something. And we have this vellum page, the page for your name, but I haven't written anything there. And then you keep flipping, we have the whole like 18-month yard at a glance thing. This section, which I don't know what to do with, but I'll decide something. Notes page, and then it starts in October because that's when I bought it, but it got here on October the 17th, so the first part of October is just past. I may rip out these pages, I may not, I haven't decided. And then I got it on Thursday. Never set up my bullet journal for the last half of the week, but I did set it up here, so this is what I am working with, and I like it. I think it's going to work out well, and this is kind of the style that I'm about to plan this next week in. Some things to know about how I have things set up right now. I have a time tracker right here where I just color in what I've done. So like this light blue is sleep, so I actually slept in this day by quite a bit. Green is an appointment, a meeting, a scheduled event. This dark blue is for classes that I have or work. It's hard to tell the difference between this color and this color, but this is kind of a light sea green, and that's just for like nothing. Like, I was on the bus, I was just kind of hanging around, not really doing much during that time. This red is for like personal errands or tasks, so planning is one of those things, going grocery shopping, things that are not school related but I still intend and would like to do, I do them in this red color. And then pink is like, it's the end of the day, I'm not really doing anything at all. I've stopped doing things and I'm just hanging out with my boyfriend or watching a TV show or something like that. And yeah, so that's how that color code works. I have a to-do list here, and I also decided to switch to an anaconda because my bullet journal allowed me to have way too much space for a to-do list. And this week I worked really hard not to use all of that space. But if you look over here, my to-do lists were kind of ridiculous. They were really, really long, and though most of them were small, just looking at a really long to-do list gets overwhelming, and so I just needed to not have all that space. And while I certainly could have just set up a different bullet journal layout to have smaller space. Like I said, setting stuff up has gotten harder, so this has both a smaller space and it's already set up for me, so it works out. And so I have 6 to 7. I added this little one right there because a professor needed me to do something at the last minute, but typically 6 like to-dos for a particular day. As you can see, I have most of the next few days really just planned out to pretty much their fullest extent, which means that anything else that comes up, in theory, I need to push off to Monday if at all possible and get this done. Over here I have just a couple of different labels or bow icons to mark 2 to-dos that are like some of my priority to-dos. Like, they're big to-dos, I know they're gonna take some amount of time, or they're really important and I really want to get them done. So I put those over here. This one I didn't actually get to really, I like sort of started, but that was okay. I did a lot of other stuff yesterday. And so yeah, and then down here, this like sidebar thingy is not fully fleshed out because it was in the middle of the week, and this is for like weekly things, so I didn't set it up. And so yeah, so that's what we're going into today. So this is next week. I have some things pre-planned in pencil, as well as this sticky note with some notes on it. And I'm going to move into not really using printed kits and only using printable kits because I have a silhouette, I have a printer. Why would I not print my own stickers? Why am I paying so much for other stickers when there are some really nice printable kits out there? And so I really want to do that, especially since there are so few kits for the Horizontal Horizontal that it's like, I can just print out what exists or adapt a vertical. So that's what we're doing today, because I did collect a few kits when I was planning vertically for like a little while. You didn't even see half of the videos where I was planning vertically, but yeah, so I'm going to use this other half of this sticker bloom kit. I don't think I posted the video where I used the first half, but I have it somewhere. And I'm just going to do my best to adopt it. And in general, I hope to not really use very many kits. This is the style I really want to kind of get into. This, plus maybe a few decorative stickers. I have a sticker subscription coming in. I'll talk about that when it happens. And I want to do that, but while I have these kits, I will occasionally use them, and because this one is seasonal, I will be using it today because it's a Halloweenish kind of kit, and I just want to, you know, get it use it before it is like irrelevant, and then it's a year later and who knows what I'm doing. So there is that. Other things I've pulled are my little sticker thing, where I have some headers here I think I might use, some date dots from Scribble Prints Co. And that's probably everything that I will use from here. But who knows, something else may come up. And then I have also pulled other stuff, and this is going to be a long video. I'm introducing you to a new planning style. I've never actually done a full week like this before, so it'll take some time. I have some stickers, some date covers from Simply Watercolor Co. that I kind of want to use, but they're rose gold, and I didn't intend to plan in rose gold for this kit. I don't know if I care. I may use them anyway, so we'll see about that. And then I have this dashboard that I bought from Erin Condren. It's their school tracker. So here you can see I have like all my assignments listed. This is just me testing with pens. Like I have a quiz next week. I made some notes about classes, a research projects. I have a test next week, etc. For the most part, I like it. I wish this were a little bigger. Like top priorities, things to remember, this key. I don't know why this key. I mean, I can see why someone would use it. I just wouldn't. I would rather just get rid of this part, have a few more spaces for class things, because as you can see I started to, like, I was close to running out of space, and it was really only because I condensed this here, and I didn't write anything for the week ahead. I usually write like this week's homework and next week's homework all together in my bullet journal, but this only lets me have a week on here at a time, which honestly might not be such a bad thing. Again, I'm trying to work on making my lists a little smaller so that they feel a little more doable. But yeah, and then this side I don't know that I'll use very much, but it's okay, it's on the back. And I really like it because it's as big as a page. So one thing that I was worried about was that as I use stickers and things and the year goes on, it would get bumpy in certain places, especially where I use a lot of stickers. Like for the most part, my time trackers are going to be here, which means as the year goes on, this part of my planner is going to get really thick. Or washi right here being like a staple, this part is going to have like a little bump, and I didn't want to write on that, and it really irritates me. But I have this really flat thing now, and so I can put it behind whatever page I'm working on. So it was here all of these last few days, and it's going to even stuff out. It's going to make it such that I don't notice that bump as much, because this is a sturdy like writing board type of thing, as much as it is a functional thing that lets me keep track of my school assignments and stuff. So I really like this. Okay, one more thing. I use this stencil to get a little square, which I used here, but I may use some checklist stickers that I made. I have this binder that I've started to build a collection of printables in, and I may pull things from here as necessary, but we're just going to get started. Oh, and then the washi tape, I'm going to use either this holographic bow from Simply Gilded or this Stardust from Simply Gilded. I may use the Stardust because I feel like that gold will help my rose gold blend in if I do decide to use that. Metal wise, this is probably going to be a hot mess, but I really want to use these, and they're the only date covers I have right now. But maybe they'll be probably the last thing I put, just in case I decide, you know what, I don't want date covers after all. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. I have my full boxes. I have 5, and I want to use most of them. I am going to put one down here for sure, just to cover up that notes section thing. And I think I'm going to use this spider. And so one thing to note is that the vertical boxes are taller than the horizontal boxes. So what I'm going to do is kind of center it across as much as possible. And then you can hardly notice. There's like a little overhang here and a little overhang here, but when it's averaged over both sides, it's not quite as big a deal, I think. And so then there's that. And then I want to use the next 4 on days where I feel like I have a lot of scheduled stuff to do, and will therefore have I'll need less space for like random to-dos, because for the most part I'll get 1 or 2 big things done and then that's it. So Wednesday is such a day. Monday and Friday are such days, and then I'll look at the others in a second. And I'm curious, so a full box won't fit over here. I will put this one right here. And then I'm going to get this pinkish one. Put it right here. And one thing that I noticed, I was trying to like gather some inspiration for like ways to use this, and I couldn't find many like people using a horizontal neutral or a horizontal Erin Condren like excuse me, like on the internet. I was really surprised because I was like, why aren't more people planning in this style? Like, what's up? And so if you know of a good horizontal planner that I could watch and get some inspiration from, definitely let me know, because I would like to see some stuff from other people. I already follow Cindy from Llama Loves Letters. She is one of my favorite YouTubers, and has definitely inspired me to switch to this planner. She actually said something in one of her videos. She was like, I'm making something, because she uses her horizontal to like kind of time track, but very broadly. So like she writes things bigger if she thinks they're going to take more time, or smaller if they're like smaller tasks. And once a day's filled up, that like lets her know that she's kind of filled up all her time. Excuse me. And she mentioned that she mentioned once that she was writing something really big, and she was like, so I have to do this so that I don't add other stuff on this day, because I know this is going to take a long time, and if I don't write this really big, then I'm going to fill the space with other to-dos, and then I won't get to all of those because it's unrealistic, and then I'm going to feel bad about it. And I was like, whoa, that's exactly the way I've been feeling. So maybe she's like onto something. And so I also wanted to keep everything into one booklet, because my bullet journals only last a couple of months at a time, and sorry, here we go. My bullet journals only last a couple of months at a time, and they want me like only a couple months, and then something like a traveler's notebook with like little booklets that I was switching out all the time. And yeah, I just wanted something that like I could just build for a long time and invest a lot of time and stuff in. So I'm excited for that. On these days that I have these stickers and where I expect to have a lot of stuff going on, I'm actually going to use one full box instead of two like quarter box things, because I feel like I will only have time for like one big priority on those days. And so I just want to make sure that I mark that. However, I feel like I want to have a header. I feel like I want to use a today header. So let me see if I have today headers for this kit. Yes, I have all the today headers for this kit still, so I will use them. And I don't think I'm going to use day covers after all. So will both of these fit down here? Yeah, okay. And because I don't think I posted the video where I first used this kit, I should note that it is by Sticker Bloom, and so far I'm really liking them. They are on a very nice smooth matte paper, and yeah, they're good stuff. Right? Did you get that right? Okay. And then this is the last half box that I have. So I'm gonna put it down with this side. And I have some headers that like I print and cut myself, but I did not use all of these for the kit, so I just decided to use them because I had them. And now I have these two little quarter box things, those two quarter box things. I have 1, 2, 3 days I still need to write things on. And I have some icons. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is lay down the 2 day headers for the other days. And then I'm going to put down some labels. So I'm going to have one label. I'm going to do what I did over here. I'm going to have one label and then some kind of icon or something for like the second priority. So I have 4 labels. And we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna use this one over here. And then down there I will use this one. And then over here I'm going to use this gray one. And I've been switching up planners and stuff a lot. I actually bought like a new Hobonichi. But when I realized that long lists were like a problem, I sold it. And so yeah. I have to find my icon. So I have a few different things. I'm going to probably use these down here just because they look pretty. Okay, now I need to get in my time trackers. And so that's a sticker that I designed, or like I made, and then I just printed lots of them, and I have them in this binder. And what I like about printing stickers is that I can print them on like letter size label sheets of sticker paper, and then they fit into binders perfectly because I like haven't cut them down or anything. Some files I have like the lines to cut them down, but you don't have to use them, and I don't. And I think it's nice. I like it. So now I have to figure out how to lay them on without them looking completely crazy. And so they just go from 6 to 9 in 2 columns. I theoretically could have done something that's like across the top, that's like from 12 to some number. I know that like Boho Berry has a similar, she does a time tracker like that, like horizontal across her days. But I really think of my time vertically, and it's the way I was using it in my bullet journal. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it vertical like this, even though it's kind of weird, but like you get used to it. And I like it so far. It's only been a couple of days, but because I designed this sticker myself, if I decide to change it, I can just make another one. So it's not a big deal. And for the most part, their default is going to be in this full box section on my horizontal, unless I have a full box there, like a decorative full box, then like I'll move it. So there's that all put down. Now I have to decide about checklists. I have some. I could just do little square boxes like I did this last week. But I also made some that fit the horizontal. One thing that I was annoyed by is that the world of printables has a lot of checklists for like vertical content, but I couldn't find any printables for the horizontal that like matched up with the lines, because if the checklist didn't match up with the lines, I was going to go crazy. But I don't know. So there's these, and I feel like I want to use these. I could use the black ones or the gray ones. I think I'm gonna use the black ones. Yeah. And so they just kind of match. They do match the lines. They're really hard to get to sit straight. So that's definitely going to take me some practice. And as you can see, I'm like shifting a little too far to one side. So I'm gonna bring it back a bit. Okay, so those are like my days. I want to get into this sidebar. So one thing I want to have down here is a section for weekly habits, as well as a section for like things to do this week. So I'm going to lay down one of these. And I think I have a header that can just say this week. Let's see. I'm going to use a light gray header. And let's take an important header. Oh, I should have taken the goals there. Whatever. Okay. Here, I'm sorry I keep knocking the camera with my binder. Okay, so. Oh wait, before I put this down, I did want to use some washi over here. I want to just mark those down. The camera is shaking while I erase. Okay. So the kit came with some washi that I wanted to use. And I'm not going to trim it down. I could to like get things to match, to align better, but that would require more effort than I want to put in filling down this sticker. So all I have near me are some kitchen scissors. Why do I have kitchen scissors near me? I'm not really sure. So that cut weird, but that's okay. And now I can put the header over that. So I'm gonna have 2 checklists for this week because it's where I just leave a lot of notes. And then this important header is going to mark where I have my habits or weekly task list. So there's that. Put that down there. Going to deal with the top. I whited out this flag last time and put a bow over it. I don't know what I'll put over it now. I'm gonna use some deco from this kit that I'm using. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna use this spider. Not too lines up. Well, okay. And then the other side. And for a while I was annoyed by having like a heavy planner. Like the Squirrels That Matter journal I was thinking about moving out of it because it was too heavy. But I don't know, I'd rather have this type of layout than like a light planner. I was also trying to lighten what I had to bring to school, but I actually end up bringing everything to school these days, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not like saving any effort, so might as well just get a really nice planner. And next week, hopefully, you'll see me set up my November monthly, which will be fun because I'm also going to set up this notes page. I have ideas for it. I'm excited. Okay. So now I just want to set up the top, and I'm going to be using this washi. Although maybe I could stack them. Nah, I don't really have space for that. Okay, so now we have to start filling some stuff out. And last week I was using this 0.5 Pigma Micron because I thought that with these lines I could use a thicker pen and that might be cool. But I wanted to use this Papermate Flare, and I think that's what I'm going to be using this week. But let's get some stuff down. So I have to have a call on Monday. And the Papermate Flare has a 0.7 tip, I believe, and so if it's too big, I'll go back down to the 0.5 next week. So at 10 a.m. right here, I have, oh, and when I write in the sidebar, I use a regular pen. I don't have right now, so I'll just use a really small micron pen. I have a flu shot appointment. Right there. Monday. Where's my... So Monday I have class from 11 to 12:15, and then I work from 2 to 4. So I'm gonna mark that in by just coloring this. And these colors are never going to match. Like, they're so arbitrary, they're never going to match like an overall layout, but that's okay. So, Latin, that's 130. Boom. Wednesday, I have a meeting at 9. And class from 11 to 12:15. And from 1 to 4. My head is getting into the camera's way. So Latin, technocultures. There's that. So then Thursday I have class at 3. And an appointment at 9. And class And then Friday, I just want to mark that simply go to the schedule to have a new release. So I'm gonna use the 0.5 and I'm going to write just up here as like a notes section. SG release, and I also want to mark that I should get paid on this day. So there's that. Then I have class from 11 to 12:15, and I work from 2 to 3. So Latin, tech, sorry for any background noise. What else? Saturdays, I have a few given chores, so I go grocery shopping. And then I'm actually gonna make this blue now. From 1 to 2, I have dance practice. And then nothing scheduled for Sunday yet. Moving on to this week, I have some notes. I want to set up November. My thesis advisor is gone, and I just want to note that. I need to start a paper. Well, he's gone. Oh, I guess he's not my thesis advisor anymore. I stopped doing the thesis. It's an independent study now that's only for this semester and not next semester because it was getting crazy. Okay. Then I need to do I need to write a personal statement. Then I want to make sure I have my weekly habits, which I will be taking from more or less what I had from my vertical planner. Those couple of weeks I was doing that. In case you haven't seen it, this is what that other week looks like with this kit. It looks really nice. It's very pretty, but it didn't work for me. Okay. So, run lunch. Stay on campus. Clean something like well. Take out the trash. Call my family. Water some plants that we have. over here, I need to write some stuff. Okay. So once again, this planner is just going to return to sitting on my shelf. And I think we're done. I may add some deco depending on how things look. So this is how everything looks. This is what the next week looks like. Lots of room for my to-do lists and places for me to write priorities the day of or shortly before that day comes. I have some deco here and I kind of want to use it if I can find a good place for it. I'm going to add it to this box because there's nothing here. Along with this little bat. And then the last thing I have is this moon, which I think I'll put up there. Yeah, and then I just have some washi. What else? I have a lot of icons and things. In the future, I will not buy large kits. I'll probably, if I buy a kit, it will just be like a mini kit. Because I'm not going to use all this, like, ever. So, yep. And that is what we got going on this week. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe so that I know. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.